Maria BOLDOR is the third best Romanian fencer. And this is a career highlight for the 25-year-old. Never been on the podium in World Cup or in a Grand Prix, let alone in European Championships or World Championships. Looking through at her season results, her best result this season was a 50th place in the World Cup in Saint-Maur.
Yeah, it's quite an unexpected lineup for the last four, having BOLDOR there, but what a great day's fencing for her. Certainly going to boost her ranking after this one.
Yeah, double points for the World Championships.
So, predictions? You have to put your money on THIBUS.
You have to.
Hard to see not to, but then you never know.
You never know. And Maria BOLDOR, well, she's knocked out some big names to get to this spot. So here we go with semi-final number 2. Izora Tibu on the left of your screen, Maria BOLDOR of Romania on the right.
Fencers may have established that the piste is lighting up when they hit it, so the referee is just going to attend to that. Of course, when you hit the piste, it shouldn't light up, should be completely earthed. And they're just attaching the wire. There we are. Andrzej Witkowski's gone from referee to technician.
Sparky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sticking on the earth. Well, I know he's actually going to call for get a man in. Not being sexist, it's an old expression. Get a tradesperson in to do your job, to bring that up to date. I was looking at the head-to-heads. They've met twice before. That was back in 2017. In fact, it was in the same contest in Tbilisi at the European Championships. They met in the pools, and Tibu beat BOLDOR 5-3, and then they met in the knockout stages, and it was 15-12 to Tibu.
That's a slightly ambitious attack from BOLDOR there. She's trying to flick to the shoulder. Very difficult move to do. As Tibu closed the distance, she was able to hit with a one-light counter-attack. BOLDOR picks the blade up, but the riposte misses, so the continuation scores of the attack.
Well, the pace of this one a little bit slower.
Ooh, and a card comes out.
What's that for? Covering.
Covering. Well, I didn't see that.
Well, that would have been called by one of the floor referees, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Of course, there are two arm judges in the corner watching the fencer on the opposite side. And that's a pari riposte. That's what she was trying to do with the previous hit, just slightly spooned it. But that's what she was trying to do. Pari riposte, clear cut. Her backhand is a little bit trigger happy. Have you noticed that, Graham? Romania's backhand is coming through. So now the referee's brought my attention to that. I can see what he was getting at. So, of course, BOLDOR has to be a little bit careful now. Another infringement would be a red card. Oh, lovely. Slow pressing attack. Maria BOLDOR just blends in and levels it at 2 apiece. Have to say, Graham, the Romanian's been very brave to get this far, but will she be bolder and go to the final?
Fortune favours the bold.
Absolutely. Boulder dash. This reminds me of when Daraban from Romania seeded outside the top 100, I think way back in the Moscow World Champs in 2015, managed to beat a number of high seeds and make a pretty good result in the World Champs. Completely unexpected. But Maria BOLDOR's gone a few rounds further. Yeah, attack was parried. A little second riposte, but nothing happened. Maybe BOLDOR was off balance, so THIBUS was able to just remise there and capitalise on the fact that the opponent couldn't riposte.
And sneaking back into the lead, 3-2. So what would you say that BOLDOR's tactic is? Is it to try and invite THIBUS on?
Well, as you can see, this match is a lot more defensive than the previous match. The previous match had 2 very attacking fencers. This is a little bit slower. As you can see, it's 35 seconds to the first break and it's only 3-2. But I tell you what, the Romanian can fence, that's for sure. And I wouldn't rule her out from what I've seen up until now. Keeping distance very close. So a lovely little exchange of blades there. Yeah, and they'll probably wait for the break now.
Yeah, so they step away and we go to the break. 3-2 the score. Izora THIBUS just with the marginal lead. We'll chat to Race Imboden, the former American fencer. There he is, there's Race. He's wearing the French tracksuit. Now, you fenced Race numerous times, didn't you?
I've fenced Race many times, yeah. We're probably quite equal in the head-to-heads, to be honest.
I'll check that later. So what are the various and the 2 coaches saying to their athletes here?
I'm not sure, because I haven't really seen enough of the match right now to sort of establish what I would tell them. Still nothing in it. I think it's still quite tentative. And I think this is quite a good tactic in fencing. Use the first 3 minutes. Don't go to passivity, but don't do too much. Try and get a feeling for what your opponent does, the distance, the timing. Of course, if you rush straight in, you're playing with high stakes. You may hit multiple times, but you may get hit.
Well, we saw Erigo go out like a steam train and then run out of steam.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just get across the line against the world number 1.
I think maybe in this period it might start to open up a little bit more.
So here we go with the second period.
Together, but THIBUS' hand just accelerates at the right time. So the referee split it up, attack left. There's good flexibility on the back line, but
Yeah, full splits from Maria BOLDOR.
unfortunately for her, attack is good, so 5-2.
Let's have a look at the replay of this. So keeps that heel down, but can't find the parry.
Of course, it's good to sit low on the back line, so you're very well grounded, well balanced.
Weapon change for Izora THIBUS.
Now this one's probably not that tactical because I did see a bit of a kink in the weapon, so sometimes they bend in a way, when you hit slightly strangely, they bend in a way that you can't recover the natural arc of the blade. So THIBUS changes her blade.
And you'll have a favourite, won't you?
Yeah, you generally have a favourite, so she's on the second favourite now. It's funny, as much as you try and get all the weapons to feel the same, there'll always be some slight differences in how they feel.
That was almost like a repeat of that first point after the break.
Yeah, BOLDOR thought she had a little beat on the blade, but the referee disagreed. Lovely hit. Press, press, press. Direct lunge to chest. Classical stuff.
Well, looking good now for Izora THIBUS.
A 5-hit lead. It's looking quite commanding. Oh, and again, a similar hit again. Just press forwards. Found the right time. Direct lunge to chest.
And once you've found that way of hitting, you're not going to just stop doing it, are you?
No, they say if something's working, keep doing it. Why stop? You stop when your opponent makes you stop. And look, she's doing the same thing. You see, she's pressing direct to the chest, but there, a white light, but she's just checking the target is THIBUS in case there's any kind of equipment failure. And the fencers have the right to do that.
Going for weapon number 3. And I'm staying with that weapon. She's just tightening up the handle.
They come together. Doesn't matter if one hits off target, one on target. Still, they're both initiated at the same time. So the referee calls together simultaneous and no hit scored.
So they set where they were on the piste. Reset.
That's right, Graham. They only go back to the on-guard lines after a hit scored. Now, there's a slight pause there by BOLDOR, and THIBUS spotted that pause and initiated her attack. And now there's quite a bit of headway between the two. Still, it's been a pretty good match. I have to say I've enjoyed it. And THIBUS again is complaining about, what is that? Is that her foot? She's
Yeah,
hurt.
I think she just got trod on there.
Yeah, it happened a few hits ago. Sometimes people can take your toenail off if you lunge together and you're unlucky. And that's very painful.
Yeah, just stepped on the toes.
I have to say, Graham, haven't the Egyptians done a great job in preparing the venue.
They certainly have. And on the way to the commentary box, we were stopped by a couple of young Egyptian fencers. And Richard was called in for a quick photo op. And it turns out that this brother and sister, who must have been in their early teens, had met you before and had a selfie with you back when you fenced was it a Grand Prix in front of the pyramids?
Yeah, that's right. In front of the pyramids, Grand Prix 2017. They had a photo of me and they wanted another one. So I said to them, every 5 years we can do a photo.
And you sent it to them in quite fluent Arabic.
Ah, yes, a bit of Arabic. Well, look, now we've got an injury break. Time for your Arabic lesson?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'll teach you a word in Egyptian Arabic. Whilst Thibu is preparing.
The only ones I know so far are shukran.
Okay.
Thank you. And yalla.
Your word in Egyptian Arabic is Arabiya.
Arabiya.
Which means car or female Arab.
Ah.
So there you are, Arabiya. Well, I hope THIBUS is okay. She's had a bit of cold spray on her foot, just to numb the pain.
Yeah, and 10-2 up.
Oh, and I think that one will probably be overturned because I get the feeling that BOLDOR got something on that. She's certainly protested.
Well, let's have a look and see if we can see any replay. We're not seeing the same replay as the video referee sees. Was there a little tiny beat?
I think there may have been a little beat on the blade. But of course, the referee's decision is final. So he's stuck with his guns. In fact, we haven't seen any video replays overturned in this.
No, in both of the semi-finals. Well, 10 points the gap. And it's only a matter of time now before Izora Thibu.
Oh.
Lovely.
Now that's a lovely hit.
Yeah. That's a Kodak. Kodak hit.
Cease flick to shoulder. So that's one way of dealing with the attack, straight to chest. As they lunge, they drop the shoulder, and you can take the shoulder.
Oh, again.
Yeah, a little hesitation from BOLDOR, and THIBUS launches a long lunge and one light. And this has been, I think the score doesn't really represent the sort of feel of the match. It felt quite even throughout the match, but of course 13-3.
Well, it was even up until the first break.
Oh, and the mask wire goes flying, and the Romanian coach catches it.
Yeah, he didn't see it off screen, but it was a good catch.
A little round of applause.
Yeah, you saw it fly. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, first time I've seen that. I've never seen someone catch it, so good reflexes. Maybe he should be on the piste, eh?
Did you ever see that? There was a meme of one of the reserves in baseball catching the bat as it was flying towards the crowd.
I think I have seen that.
Yes, that was quite incredible. So 14-3 the score. Thibu just needs one more to book her place in the final.
And I think that's it, because there's a little para riposte, 15-3.
Yeah.
And that's quite a decisive win. And we called that correctly from the beginning.
The winner of the bout.
Yeah, well, you've got to say hats off to Maria BOLDOR. She has fenced out of her skin today to get to the finals. This is a personal best for her. But Izora Thibu, well, she's been here before, and she has booked herself a place in the final, and she will be up against Ariana Errigo. She has 2 World Championship medals already in her trophy cabinet. A silver from Wuxi in 2018, which is the same as you won, actually. So she shared that with you.
There you are, same year.
Same year.
What a coincidence.
Same colour of medal. And she won a bronze in Leipzig.
But today, she'll be going for the gold medal. What do you think, Graham?
You know what? I think she might get it. I think I'll go with Thibu.
Are you a gambling man?
Only for kind of pride.
I think I'm inclined to say Erigo, but you never know in fencing. You never know. As long as it's a good match, that's all that counts.
So confirmation of the score, the second semi-finals. It looked a lot more one-sided than it was, but 15-3 in the